careful, Master. The mirror is protecting you. The mirror is reflecting your power back at you, Master.
Final boss time. It seems the mirror of Erised is also placed here to protect the stone. We need to use it.
Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, and this is how it works. The mirror of Erised is actually placed in the middle, and it's able to give us power to actually attack Voldemort / Professor Quirrel. He will actually try to hit us with a lot of different attacks. Most of them pretty difficult to avoid. We need to make sure we stand in the side of the mirror so our parents, quote-unquote parents, can actually channel their power to us. And we need to make sure the moment he attacks us, we are in line with the mirror so we can reflect it back. And that is how we damage him. And he really likes standing behind the mirror, so...
Leviosa, kill him and be done.
It's not going to be easy per se. Yeah, there we go. Now we have channeled his power. And we need to attack him and make sure we aim correctly, of course.
Wingardium.
Bam! Gotcha. That was one. This is the attack we want, so just keep on standing still. Don't fear it.
Wingardium Leviosa. I know you have the stone.
Actually, aiming towards him is not going to be easy. Camera position is not per se very great. This should be good.
Master,
Yeah, got him.
You must be careful.
I'll just keep standing here if you don't mind.
Wingardium.
No, you don't.
Careful, Master.
Thank you. Sir, I think this belongs to you.
Look out, Master.
Alright, one more.
Wingardium.
This one first, so let's move. Come on. Yeah, here it comes. And... final hit. No!
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, here it comes. Oh, great, he's walking towards me. Very easy then.
Ah! What is this magic?
Fool, get the stone.
Well, thankfully we had the Philosopher Stone in our hand, so we're probably going to survive that final attack by Voldemort. But he indeed still escapes. We're still not rid of him. Let's go see how the story actually ends. Welcome to day 7. For some reason we just wake up in our dormitory and as if nothing has happened. But here on this final day we need to close off this story. Let's go see how things continue.
Now, as I understand it, the points stand thus. In 4th place, Hufflepuff. In 3rd place, Ravenclaw. In 2nd place, Slytherin. And in 1st place, Gryffindor. I have a few last-minute points to dish out. Let me see. Ah, yes. First, to Mr. Ronald Weasley for the best played game of chess Hogwarts has seen in many years. I award Gryffindor House 10 points. Second, to Miss Hermione Granger for the use of cool logic in the face of fire. I award Gryffindor House 10 points. Third, to Mr. Harry Potter for pure nerve and outstanding courage. I award Gryffindor House 10 points.
The House Cup ceremony will be starting soon. We should make our way to the Great Hall.
Hermione's right, Harry. You don't want to miss this. We've got a real chance to beat Slytherin.
What do you mean, real chance? We were already ahead to the standings.
Come on, Harry, let's go.
Yeah, I hope we've got enough house points to beat Slytherin. I'd really love to see Malfoy's face if we do it.
Let's make our way down. Let's go close off this game. It was a pretty fun adventure. Our first trip through Hogwarts. The first Harry Potter adventure. But now it is done. It is time to move down for one last time. And close off Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. GameCube, PlayStation 2 and Xbox version. It's been quite a blast playing this game again. It's been a while, if I need to be honest. But still part of my video game collection and therefore, of course, also needed to be played on my Let's Play channel. And I must admit, even though a bit outdated compared to more modern games, especially with Hogwarts Legacy appearing this year. I did not expect too much of this game, but I did really enjoy playing it again. And this is how it all got started for me, when it comes to the video games of Harry Potter. The story is far from concluded. Even though we did beat Voldemort in his attempt to return to power, we also saw his quote-unquote spirit escaped. And he will be back.
I bet we've got enough house points to win the cup, Harry. Let's go in now. I want to see Malfoy squirm.
Let's go to the ending of this story at least. This is how this game ends. Harry Potter's first adventure in the video game world. Hufflepuff in last place, 84 points. Gryffindor ends in first place with 275 points. Third place is for Ravenclaw, only ending with 113. Slytherin is still the best house, let's be honest. But in this adventure they end in second place, 132 points. One last cutscene and then it is time for the credits.
The house point totals are being calculated. We come to the end of another most eventful year at Hogwarts. And so, for their many achievements and outstanding commitment to the school, it is with great pleasure that I present the House Cup to Gryffindor.
And so, the first adventure has definitively ended. This is a kind of end credits where I don't have to shut up, which I usually do, because of me actually considering the end credits of a game a cutscene. But this is actually a silent one. You will be able to see the names actually scroll by, but as you may hear, there's no music. This is a silent credits, and therefore I can actually use this credit scene as the closing as well. It is actually going to be a very long one, and therefore I don't want to do the closing afterwards. Can already tell you this one's going to last at least 10 minutes. So the final part of it is probably still going to be just the credits and nothing more, because I seriously doubt I'm able to actually fill up 10 minutes with just closing. But this has been Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. After meeting up with the first book, when I was still a lot younger, even from that very first moment, I actually got to know the Harry Potter franchise which was not really a franchise back then. It was only one book, but still. It would actually end up becoming quite a franchise. But even from that very first moment, I really enjoyed this story. I really loved the setting of the world and really loved the characters. So the moment the movies and also the video games came, of course, that is something I also immediately jumped into. This being the first one. I did actually miss the first couple of games on the PlayStation. That was actually the original release back in 2001. And therefore I must, even at the end here, address this is actually not the original game. The 2003 version that actually got released on the next-gen console, you might say, the GameCube, the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, is a revamped game. It's not entirely the same, even though the story is, of course. But that first true release of the game is something I only know of pictures and videos and never really owned that game. And if that actually also applies to the second game, I will actually keep a secret for now, because I do also own the second game. And for that one, the same applies. That one actually also released on the PlayStation first and later got a couple of revamps. On the GameCube generation, you might say. So on which console I'm going to play that game is going to be a secret for now, because I'd actually like to keep that a secret. But the same actually applies to that game as well. And with that, I pretty much am immediately giving away. There is indeed going to be another Harry Potter game, and it is indeed going to be the second game. I'm not going to skip any of the games if I can. For most of them, I do think I need to use emulation, playing it through Dolphin in order to actually show them off. Because of recording from my GameCube being a tad difficult, even though possible, it is a tad difficult, so I'd much rather not do it if I don't have to. But I'm currently not too sure if every single game actually emulates as well as this one does. For this one, it worked perfectly, so if the rest is similar or the same, I would actually also play those games like that. But for now, I can't really actually promise you too much about that. Harry Potter will continue on this Let's Play channel. There's still plenty more games to do. Even a couple of spin-offs. And even into the far future, there is content to look forward to. Because even this very year, 2023, another new game actually released in this franchise. A game that I mentioned quite a lot of times already. Hogwarts Legacy, I'm going to call it again. It's the most recent game in this franchise and therefore worth mentioning. But that's a game I of course also own. Also cleared by this point. And of course with me still trying to work on my video game library, which I do plan on actually containing every single game I own at some point. That one is also coming up, even though that one is going to be in the far future, of course. So, I hope you all enjoyed this first adventure of Harry Potter in the world of video games. Even though it's technically not the first game, because it is a remake technically of the original release that actually came out 2 years before this version came out. But this is the version I own and therefore the one I needed to play. But I do hope you still enjoyed. And if you are familiar with the first game of Harry Potter, this was probably new to you, because I know most of the people actually do own the first version, and not per se this one. So I hope I actually gave a bit of inspiration for those who are not familiar with this version of the game, but do know the original release. For those people, I hope I've been a good source of inspiration. The second game, that one is going to come by later. First, a couple of other projects. Next week, it is time to actually get started with a new project. After this sidestep to Electronic Arts, a non-Nintendo game, I can already promise you next week we are going to play a Nintendo game again. And it's going to be one of the most famous franchises again. Can you guess which one? Allow me to tell you, it's not going to be Mario. It's going to be one of those other famous franchises. Hope to see you next week for the start of a new project. For Harry Potter, we're going to have to wait a bit longer before that one continues. The second game, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, is coming up later in the future. And hopefully followed by many more Harry Potter games. For you, it is currently going to be a secret whether I actually have all of them, at least from the main storyline. And even if I do, I hope I'm actually able to record all of them with my kind of limited setup that I have. But so far I've been doing quite nicely. Getting all of my video games on camera, even the older ones, which are usually a bit more difficult to record. I've been trying to fill the time as much as I can, but I'm pretty sure I'm not able to talk through these entire credits. They're still not done. So I will close off my commentary for now. The credits will continue, and I will close off the video the moment they are done and this game is fully completed. This has been Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, played on the GameCube, released in 2003. Treecks out. Thank you all for watching. See you folks next time. And it looks like that was it. Yeah, we return to the main menu. This game is over, and therefore this video is as well. What are you guys still doing here? Go away. Once again, thank you for watching. Treecks out.